you're going to tell me that brownie, the brown and brownie means still the color of brown, then you're retarded because brownie is a whole different word, but despite it fucking having brown in it.
But brownies are still brown. I don't get your point. Yeah, no one's gonna call a brownie a. Hey, can I get a brown brownie because they're already brown?
But no, your point is that like how does it taste like color or whatever?
But you
And you're
said
saying
brown
like
was
brownie.
bitter, and then I mentioned brownies exist, and like, oh, that
Yeah, I'm
doesn't count.
talking about in the name, like in the name, like if it were to be like in the name, like green apple. See, you don't say an apple, you would say a green apple or a red apple. You don't say an apple if you want a specific apple. And we're talking about blue cheese here. You don't fucking say I want cheese. You would probably get some normal shit like Parmesan or something. You would say blue cheese.
But everyone knows what the fuck blue cheese is. It's nothing
Yeah,
like any other cheese.
so does people know what the fuck a green and a red apple is, and a
What?
yellow apple. Like,
Okay, but they're fundamentally this. It's just an apple, though.
okay, and cheese can still be cheese, except it has a pile of shit in it. So what's your point here?
I don't get your point because you made the comparison that orange is tingy because oranges, but I'm like, and you're trying to say that brownies. My thing with the brownies is like wrong.
Yeah, it is
Fuck.
because brownies doesn't have the word brown in it.
Yeah,
It's just
it
fucking
does.
brownies. No, then
It's
I can
it's
literally.
the word brown with IES at the end of it.
Yeah, but that's still a whole different
It
word.
still has the word brown in it.
That just because it has a word in it doesn't mean it's like that word.
Well,
Specifically.
because they're brownies are brown. That's where the name came from.
It's like fucking having the word Isaiah, but then you say that, oh, that's the word is. But it just has an IH at the end. No, that's
That
fucking
is
retarded.
not a. That is
That's
not. That is
literally
not
what you're
compared.
saying,
No, that is not.
yes, that's because you're saying that brown and brownies, it still makes it brown because it just has the word brown and brownies. And then I could just say,
But
oh,
the
well,
Isaiah and is thing doesn't even make sense. What the fuck is it comparing to, or is it referring to?
but you're talking about how it could just still be a word despite being in the whole different new word.
What?
Okay, so you're saying that brown is in brownies, right? Even though
Yeah.
brown and brownie are two completely separate things because brown is the color and brownie is a food. So then I don't know why you're making that comparison when it's completely different and the words have nothing just because the word is in the fucking name has nothing to do with like that just doesn't mean that definition whatever word is in the fucking actual
But
big book.
brownies are brown, and it has the word brown, and it's the word brown in it. That's where the name came. Because they're fucking. Oh my God, gods. Steven!
Yeah.
You're. What is wrong with you?
But dude, if you're making that weird ass comparison with between a word and a whole different word, and how saying a word can still mean by that
Okay, it's called
definition,
blue cheese because the mold is blue. I thought it's somewhat blue. I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
somewhat blue. Oh, I don't know about that.
that image you have, like, oh, like, oh, fuck, oh my gosh. I'll fucking kill myself.
Dude, that just
Your
literally
comparison with the fucking Isaiah thing didn't even make sense.
because yours doesn't make sense.
Yes,
I'm
it
just
does.
using your logic.
No, it's not the same thing.
Because you're trying to describe a word that's
Okay,
in
what about
another word.
orange, huh? It's orange. Is that why it's called orange?
Yeah.
Well, brownies have the word brown in it, so isn't that why they're like brownies?
No, but there's no difference. There's no like weird fucking like emphasis at like suffix at the end, like oranges or oranges or whatever the fuck. But that's why it's still orange in the color, and the food still makes sense because they're not different at all, even in the fucking word itself. Brownies and brown are completely
It
different.
has the word in it.
That doesn't mean it's
Yeah,
that definition still. Like,
it's
it
because
doesn't.
it can't. Oh, I'm like losing
A
my mind.
fucking white person could be named like Harley Brown, and they're not brown. They're like white as fuck. Like that doesn't make sense. Just because it's
That
in the name
it's
doesn't mean it's the definition.
that's
Fucking head ass.
that's not the same as a brownie.
But a brownie and brown is a whole different meaning in like the word.
Says who?
Since literally the dictionary.
I wanna fucking like shoot you. That literally that you cannot compare the thing about brownies and tell me it's different from like, oh, orange is called orange because it's orange and it's not. But
Orange isn't different because orange, the color, and
okay,
then orange of food has literally the same word. So that means the fucking like.
okay, brownies are brown. It has the same word as the color.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
It would
does.
no, because if brownies were literally like dressed as brown, it wouldn't be called brownies. It would just be called brown.
N-
But you don't call it
no.
fucking brown. You call it brownies.
That okay, but what the hell did the Isaiah thing come from?
Because you're making comparison. It's like
I can't understand you. It sounds like you're screeching.
okay.
You good?
Yeah. I think you. I don't know if
Okay,
you're
no,
good
no,
talking
fuck,
about.
fuck this. I'm googling this right now. Why is blue cheese called
Uh,
blue cheese? Cause it has the fucking mold in it. Cause it's like blue or blue green mold in the cheese.
so just talk. So blue, whatever mean would be like a moldy taste.
Cause the cheese has blue on it. No. Okay, do blueberries taste moldy to you?
What are you talking about specifically? Like the actual mold itself or the cheese?
The blue cheese is called blue cheese because the mold in it is blue, which makes the blue cheese what blue cheese is. Blue cheese is.
But then at that point, that's not just fuck. That's not the cheese. That's just fucking blue mold. I'm talking about the cheese itself.
The mold makes the blue cheese blue cheese.
But it doesn't turn blue. That the mold itself, it's what's blue, not the fucking cheese.
Damn, so what is the chocolate and chocolate cake like defined like oh it's actually the chocolate that's brown and not the cake.
No, because with the chocolate cake, if it's in like as like the bread in general, then that is mixed as like a
Okay.
solution.
What about oranges? Oranges have like some like white shit in it.
What do you mean?
Like when you open orange, it has like white shit around it.
It has the slight tint of orange in it. So, I don't know what's your point there.
But blue cheese has blue in it, so what the fuck's your point?
That the fucking whatever's making it blue is literally the fucking mold, not the cheese.
But it's making the cheese different than other cheese. That's what the mold does. It's blue cheese.
Okay, but you can add fucking blue mold to anything and call it blue, whatever item you fucking put the mold into. Doesn't mean the thing is blue.
It's just the name of it.
It's like as in
It's
what it's
not that
called.
deep, man. Oh my god.
I'm asking like as what it's called, or as like the defined like the whole definition of it in general.
It's blue cheese because the mold is blue and it what makes the blue cheese, have the taste and the texture and whatever the fuck.
But then it's not blue cheese. That's
It's
just blue mold and cheese.
no, it's blue cheese.
It's blue mold and cheese.
It's blue cheese is just it's literally just cheese that has the blue mold. That's what blue cheese is. You're making me freak out.
They just call it like I don't know. Don't call it blue cheese when the fucking it's not even the cheese at that point. It's the mold that gets into the fucking cheese.
The mold has its own name. It's not just fucking blue mold. It's like penicillium or some shit. I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay,
That's what it's
well
called.
then there you go. Penicillium cheese.
It's
That would make
but
sense.
it's blue. It's just no one's gonna call penicillium cheese, bro. It's blue. It's like the next best thing, blue cheese.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. But doesn't it tell me how the fuck blue cheese tastes like blue?
That that doesn't what?
Because that was our first like point, or that was my first point. I was like, how the fuck does blue cheese taste like blue? And you were like, oh, well, what does brown make like? You went a whole different conversation.
Because
after
you
that.
brought it, the brown tasted bitter, and I'm like, well, what about brownies or chocolate cake or something?
Yeah, I was making
They're
an
sweet.
example, but my
And I
original-
used another example, and then you went around telling me that brownies is not the same thing as brown, or like it's different because it's not technically or whatever the same word, and it's not. But no one's like, oh, no one's gonna give you a brown. Hey, yo, dog, can I get a brown? No one's gonna fucking say that because it's brownies, and brownies are brown, and that's why the name came.
But there's still a whole different word.
It's practically the yes, but it originates from the word brown.
Okay, but then that's just like technically. Then that's not like that's still not the same word. And I still don't know why blue cheese tastes like blue. That has never been answered yet.
I'm done. Can we just stop this? Like, you're like insufferable to argue with.
I am